So hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Diego, and today I have been waiting so long to be making this video, but I finally feel I'm in the right place to do it because I just moved into my own place. Like, I'm about in my first month in, and I finally feel like I have something to share with you all about like the moving process and how I was able to move here. And if you didn't know, I actually moved from California to New York City at 18, as you can tell from the title, without really knowing anybody and without like having much money. And I moved like all by myself, so it was definitely a very, very exciting experience and a very hard, challenging, but very important experience, and something that I had always wanted to do. So my whole like idea of even like moving to New York started when I was about like 14, when I came here actually on my 14th birthday. It was like on a class trip, and I totally fell in love with it. Part of me always knew that I wanted to live in like the city, but I didn't really know which one, and so I was like really fascinated by New York, and I was like, this is where I'm gonna live. Like, I did not want to leave when I came here. So I was like, okay, I want to go to like college. I had always wanted to go to college, so I was like, okay, I'll just go to college in New York, since I wanted to study business and music and film and just all of my passions, and I wanted to get that sort of education in the city where I could actually work in the field. So like since 14, I was like researching places, I was researching schools. Like, I was looking on Zillow, on like every single like housing website to see like what kind of places I could get, and like just like what kind of schools I could go to. And finally, my junior year of high school, in like summer going into senior year, I came and visited. Something that I am gonna say though about wanting to go to college here is I worked really hard my freshman and sophomore year, because I feel like those are the most important years for your GPA especially. So I got straight A's those 2 years, and then like the rest of the years I worked more on my portfolio. I got like a few B's, but I graduated with about like a 4.1 GPA. But like in the beginning of the year, because I took a lot of AP classes, but in the beginning of my high school career I had like 4.25 because of the APs that I was taking. I also worked hard, like that's what I kind of mean to say, is I worked hard in like ensuring that I was going to be able to go to college, and just tried my best in high school. To any of you who are still in high school, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard, and there's like so many like it's like there's so many like I feel like reasons for people not to do well, but it's like it's really easy. And if you want to go to college, I mean, it's kind of it's up to you to go to college. And if you think high school's hard, like I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, that was my whole that was like my plan. This is how I'm gonna be able to get here. And so I applied to schools here, and then like I said, the summer going into senior year, I applied, and I like came and visited and got an idea of like, is this really what I want? And as it turns out, it is what I still wanted. I had such a great time, and I was like, this is definitely where I want to be. So the next year I got into Parsons, and I came straight here in last August, so during the fall. So I've been here about 5 months now. So for the first 5 months I was living in dorms in like the student housing, but it was honestly really expensive, 1, and 2, it was not that great living in the same room as somebody else. A lot of people like really want the dorm experience, and it was great. Like I made like connections with so many people, and but I still live in like a pretty trendy area, and I've made even more friends now that I've moved than before. And it wasn't until this semester, which is we're currently in the spring semester, that I really start to like choose my classes and like meet people, and like people find it a lot more interesting when I like tell them like, oh yeah, I moved, and like this is where I live now. If you don't know, I live in Williamsburg now, and I go to school in the East Village, so pretty close, it's not that far, and I really, really love this neighborhood, to be honest. Speaking of housing, this was probably one of the hardest parts. It's currently February, it's like early February, and I moved in January, but I spent all of December. My main goal was for the new year to just be in a new place. I did not want to be in the place that I was at before, and the like housing market is so like, it's really fast. It moves super fast, so you have to move fast. I was looking at places for like a month, and it just kept falling through, because it was like, even somebody that is like so young, for somebody who's young looking for a place and isn't getting a co-signer, like it's hard, because people don't take you as serious. Like, I was going online and looking at ads, and I would go to places and because I would speak to brokers, and I would show up to the place and people would like tell me, like the manager of the apartment complex would be like, or the apartment building would say like, oh, I'm not renting apartments, that ad I never put out. And so I was like, I just like took the subway, like I literally just traveled like 40 minutes to like be told that I was scammed. So you know, just be aware if you are young and you are looking for a place, like try to go to, like, honestly I would stay away from brokers, because I had experiences with brokers where they wanted like the first month's rent in just the application, like no, not even a guarantee that you would have the place, but you had to put down first month's rent. I was just like, what? So I will leave down like links below if you are interested, and I can even make a whole like separate video on this just because I have so much to say about it. But there's so many more resources that you can look, and trusted resources that I will leave down below for places that are really good. And mainly just try to make a smart decision and be familiar with the place and the people, and if it's a legit place, of course. So going back to social life, to be honest, is kind of the best in my opinion. Like I said in the beginning, for me it was a little bit harder to find friends to really connect with. I had friends like that we would like go out and things, and just friends like that really like you know, got me through like the first part of college. But I finally like felt like once I started to, you know, really settle in, I felt like things just like came through. I started to choose the classes that I wanted to take, because the first like semester you don't really choose, but like now in the second one like you choose, and so you make common interests. And I just feel like there's so many like resources, there's so many ways to meet new people. Just try to get out there and go to events, because there's so many. Lastly, what I'm going to touch on is savings. A few of my friends were asking like, how much do you think somebody should have saved before they move here? And I think that you don't really need that much, in my opinion. Like people usually think like 10,000. I would say at least have 2-3 months of rent down. Like I would say maybe $5,000 in my opinion. It all depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to live, but I would say at least be like save enough money when like coming here, enough where you can survive at least 3 months without a job. And like also like before you come here, it would also be a good idea to have like a job aligned, or have something that you're going to do, and just have your finances like set. A lot of people see it as kind of like hard and like almost impossible, but it's actually not. There is like, the good thing is that there's a lot of opportunity, so you will definitely like, the job market is always looking for new people, and there's bucks to be made everywhere. So that's all I'm going to be talking about for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and definitely comment down below what kind of video you want to see next. I'm probably gonna do a how I spend my money as an 18-year-old here in the city, because I definitely want to touch more on finances and what it's like to live here, because budgeting is 100% what you need to learn if you're going to be living here, especially, you know, so young and with not that much income coming in. Definitely budgeting is very important, so I will probably be making more videos like that. Let me know down below what kind of videos y'all want to see, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.